numbers were on a telephone pole. The denominator 3 was the group as a whole. The numerator 2, out of the thirds, described the 2/3 that were bluebirds. The numerator 2 described how many were blue. Then something fell on my head. It was bird poo. Bird poo.
The numerator's the one, the denominator's the whole, and fractions are parts of a whole.
Hello, Proton 5. Today, we will study about adding and subtracting fractions. So, there are two types of fractions. One is called similar fractions, wherein you will add or subtract fractions with the same denominators. And we have the so-called dissimilar fractions, wherein the fractions have different denominators. I will give you an example of letter A, similar fractions, addition and subtraction. We will do this together because addition and subtraction of fractions follow the same rule. Look here, 8 over 11 plus 2 over 11. If the denominators are the same, you will not add the denominators, but you will write the same denominator. And then you will just add the numerators. 8 plus 2 is 10. Therefore, the answer is 10 over 11. Another, we have here 3 over 7 minus 2 over 7. Both the denominators are 7. So, you will just write here 7. You don't need to subtract the denominators if they are the same. Then, subtract the numerators. 3 minus 2 is 1. Therefore, 3 over 7 minus 2 over 7 is equal to 1 over 7. Now, let's go to the next example. Here, you will see that the denominators are not the same. But, before we add, we need to make these denominators the same. Now, look at the smaller denominator. Can we have a number that we could multiply by 3 and the answer is 6? Yes, this is 2. And if you multiply this by 2 to make it 6, you will also multiply the numerator by 2. So, our new fraction now is 2 over 6 plus 1 over 6. So, the denominators are the same now. You will just add the numerators, like the example in number 1. 2 plus 1 is 3 over 6. The same denominator, just copy the denominator, the same value. Another, 2 over 5 minus 1 over 10. The denominators are 5 and 10. They are not the same. But, let us check the smaller number, the smaller denominator. Can we have a number that when we multiply by 5 will be 10? Yes. So, that is 5 times 2. 5 times 2 is 10. And if we multiply the denominator by 2, we will also multiply the numerator by 2. So, we have here 2 times 2 is 4. And 5 times 2 is 10. That is the new fraction. And then, minus 1 over 10. This, we don't need to change because they are of the same denominators now. Then, 4 minus 1 is 3 over 10. This is our answer. Now, here, example number 3. Let us check these numbers. Still, they are not the same. 1/2 plus 1/3. But, looking at the smaller number, at the smaller denominator, it is 2. But I cannot think of any whole number that when I multiply by 2 will be equal to 3. So, in this case, you will multiply this fraction by 3 and you will multiply this fraction by 2. So, let us do that. This times 3 times 3. And this one times 2 times 2. 1 times 3 is 3. 2 times 3 is 6. Plus 1 times 2 is 2. 3 times 2 is 6. Now, the denominators are the same. So, we'll just add the numerators, 5 over 6. This is now our answer. Now, let us have subtraction here. 3 over 4 and 3 over 5. Then, check first the smaller number. Is there any whole number that when we multiply by 4 will be equal to 5? Nothing. So, the same thing. We will multiply this by 5 and we will multiply this by 4. So, this times 5 times 5 and this one times 4 times 4. 3 times 5 is 15. And 4 times 5 is 20. Then, minus 3 times 4 is 12. 5 times 4 is 20. Now, we have the same denominators, 20. So, 15 minus 12 is 3 over 20. So, the answer is 3 over 20. For your homework, please answer pages 44, 46, 47, and 48. Thank you.
I took 4 shots on the goal. 3 went in, but 1 hit the pole. The denominator was all 4 shots. The numerator was the 3 goals I got.